Or maybe you're wondering why I have my old lens on. You gotta see this. Little backstory. Last night, I came into the house after working outside for a while. It's about 200 bees in my living room. Just chilling, all flying around, half of them were dead. I just came around the corner to this. It is wild. Look at that. That is thousands of bees on my power box. This is unbelievable. I came home tonight and there was about 20 more in the living room, and I closed everything up that I could find.
And that's just a little mixture of sugar water and essential oil. Kind of helps sticky their wings and kind of calms them a little bit.
That's not the best position to place them.
Oop, there it got popped. Bastard. Alright.
Let's talk about this. this little shantyville right here. These are the pumpkin plants. I don't think I ever published what I'm doing here. That was on some other filming that I did that probably won't ever make the cut. Copy and Mark, Mr. Mark Sawtell, because I like the idea of having all the controls and all the power and everything right here and then having the plants grow out. Otherwise, I was going to have a plant over there and a plant over here and a plant over there and have to run all kinds of conduit, all kinds of cords, soaker hose, regular hose. I wasn't very excited about that. So if Mark can grow the pumpkins that he's doing on that, in the area that he's growing his, which is, it's smaller than mine, but he's only got 4 plants and I'm going to have at least 6. I think I'll do all right. I'm not going to do as well as he is, but that's all right as long as I beat last year, right? That is the 1685. You can even see 1685 starting to vine out. Originally my 1685 was the good growing one, the best growing one. This guy's caught up. That's the 2036, and actually now that I'm looking at it, the leaves are a lot bigger than I thought and they're looking pretty good. I have my plant 728. I've got a giant watermelon and a 1281 that I planted before I had mine growing. So I got to kind of decide which one of those two I'm going to use. I might be able to squeeze them all in here. I haven't put those outside yet. In case you haven't noticed, this is going to be a talking episode because I haven't done anything in so long on here. That's where we're at. I don't know if you can see that or not. It's the 1236. That's the pollinator plant that I grew last year. It was going to be the pollinator this year, but it didn't work out because the other one didn't grow, the 1124. So this is actually going to be a pumpkin plant. We're going to see if it'll keep a pumpkin this year, because it didn't last year. I had one that was about 50 pounds on it, and then they all aborted for one reason or another. Oh Lord. I don't know if you can see that. If you can't, you're not missing much. That's the 2002. The one I actually paid money for, and yada yada yada. It's looking much better than it did when I first put it in the ground, but it's got a long way to go. I mean, the two that I planted weeks after are almost caught up with it. Not expecting much out of that one, but since I paid the money, it's going to get a spot in the patch. What I might do is plant one right here, and well, I'm going to plant those other ones right here, and I might turn one this way and let it grow into this space and just make a decision. If the plant's not growing, I'm obviously not going to get anything with it, right? It's not going to do anything big. So I guess I could use it as a pollinator, but other than that, if I grow them both into the same area, I'll have a decision that I can make which one I want to stay with. Alright, let's talk the project that has consumed my life for the last 2 weeks. This was going to happen later, but since I bought that nice big filter and I need a control center, this thing jumped ahead in the lineup. Those of you wondering what's going on with the farm and the greenhouse and all that, I'm not going to say it's on hiatus, but it's just hanging out there. It's not doing anything at this point, and I need to get back on it. I was hoping that I could get these in the ground, because usually when you get these in the ground, you got a couple weeks where you're just watering them, you're not doing much to them. You don't need a vine barrier or anything. So I was going to get those going, then do this. Now I'm kind of in that spot right now. I haven't had to do anything with these for probably a week and a half. I just set them out here and that's what they do. So I focused on this. This is my shed. This is my well pit cover. This will be called NORAD. When you see all the crap that's going to go in it, you'll know why. It is 7 by 7. 7 by 7, approximately. 6 foot short wall, 8 foot tall wall. I've got 3 doors in this thing, which is ridiculous, but necessary. I'll tell you why. This door goes out to the field. See the truck out there. This goes out to the field. This is the road that I'm going to have here. And if I need to bring things into the deal from the truck, this is where I'm at. Okay? You got to keep in mind that the pumpkin patch, which is out that way, that's going to be isolated, completely closed in with hail net. You can't just walk in and out. You have to go through doors to get in there. This is how you'll be able to get out of the patch on the east end. You'll go through this building, and I can bring things in through this way. Okay? So that's what these two doors are for. This is going to be part of the controls for the greenhouse. So I wanted to be able to walk from the greenhouse the short way around here and get in without having to go all the way to the west end and come through the patch to get into this building. And I didn't want to put a door on the short wall because then I had to find some weird door. Didn't want to make this taller, yada yada yada. This door is covered up with a sheet right now. I'm going to sheet over it because I'm not sure when I'm going to get this done. But outside this wall, right in this general vicinity here, as wide as the building and about 6 or 7 feet out, basically doubling the size of this, it's going to be a concrete pad. On this concrete pad, I'm going to have those 4 big tanks that I bought at an auction in November or whenever that was, where I got the BioWave. I got 405 gallon tanks. Four each 105 gallon tanks. They're 2 feet diameter. All 4 of them will sit in here. They'll all be tied together. I'll have one fill and then one fill nozzle, and then they'll all fill up equally. And I'll have a pump sitting right there that will pump out and go into the sprinkler header. That's how I'll move the hot water out of the tanks into the patch, and then eventually into the greenhouse. I'm going to have the filter mounted right here, that big filter. Water comes up, goes across, the filter will be bolted to this wall. That pipe goes down and out to the greenhouse, so I can run filtered water to the greenhouse. And the pipe will come up and go across and go out to the tanks. I've designed this all out so I have the max flexibility. I'll have right here, eventually I'll have a fertilizer injector. I haven't bought it yet, but that water pipe is going to come across, go into the tanks. Then out of the tanks, it'll come up and go into the fertilizer injector and then out. Or I can bypass the injector, or I can bypass the filter, or I can bypass the hot water. And I can also run hot water through the injector. I can run cold water through the injector and not through the tanks. It's all with bypasses. And then I can also run hot water into the greenhouse, injected water into the greenhouse, filtered or unfiltered water into the greenhouse with just a flick of a valve. I'm going to say that's the update. Sorry about no videos. I'm drowning. I'm drowning out here. I got so much going on. Season has started. I'm tired already.